today we're talking about chapter 8 of The Giver. Okay, this is on page 77 of your books if you're following along. This is during the second half of the ceremony of 12s. And what I've done is I've set up this passage from what the chief elder says, because I feel like there are going to be some terms in here that you might be struggling with, that might be hard, that you might have questions about. So we're going to practice using the words themselves and the sentence structure to understand and figure out words that we might not recognize. So this is a passage that the chief elder says, and she's questioning and wondering and explaining how difficult it is to assign the assignments to the 12s, and how difficult it is for them to pinpoint exactly what job each student should have. So she says, sometimes we're not entirely certain about the assignments, even after the most painstaking observations. Sometimes we worry that the one assigned might not develop through training every attribute necessary. 11s are still children after all. But we observe as playfulness and patience, the requirements to become a nurturer could with maturity be revealed as simply foolishness and indolence. So we continue to observe during training and modify behavior when necessary. So what I'd like to happen is for two of you to come up and underline words that are unfamiliar in here. So if Austin and Thomas, you guys would come up and pick a word for me. Good. Yeah, indolence, that's a tricky one. Painstaking. Nice. Thank you, guys. Okay, so let's start with, we have painstaking and indolence. So I'm going to start up with painstaking. Is there any part of the word painstaking that could help you out, that might give you a hint? Pain, right there at the beginning. Okay, so we understand pain, right? Hopefully everyone kind of knows what that word means. What about the second half? What about staking? What does that make you guys think of? Steak? Okay, so let's think. Maybe what about a stakeout? What are police doing when they're staking something out? Observing. Wait, watching. Right, good. So if it's painstaking, what do you think this might mean? So this is observing, watching, focusing very hard, and then painfully so.
So it's like it's hurting you to watch it.
Right, just painstaking observation. So focused, it's painful, right? Okay, so that's actually a pretty good definition of painstaking. Nice work, you guys. Does that make sense to everybody? You think we can move on to the next one? Okay, next one we have down here is indolence. Is there any part of the word indolence that we might be able to use to help us out? No, right? There's nothing involving pain and indolence. Right, so we might need to go outside of the word itself to the sentence around it to understand indolence. So the sentence we're given actually tells us a lot. Because it says, what we observe as playfulness and patience, the requirements to become a nurturer, could with maturity be revealed as simply foolishness and indolence. Okay, so we're given these two sets of words. We're given playfulness and patience and foolishness and indolence. Okay, and they're set kind of parallel to each other in the way the sentence works, right? So playfulness could with maturity be revealed to be simply foolishness, right? Do you see how playfulness could somehow get kind of messed up and turn into foolishness? Does that seem to make sense? Okay, so what if we do the same thing with this word patience? Okay, so if patience kind of sort of gets a little messed up and turns out funky, and it becomes something called indolence, right? So if foolishness is the negative side of playfulness, what might be the negative side of patience? What could be some bad attributes that patience, just a little too much patience might be? Yeah.
Maybe like waiting too long and not seizing an opportunity.
Not seizing the opportunity, good. Or what about laziness or just not caring anymore, right? Just too patient that you just are stagnant, you're not doing anything, right? Good, that's actually a pretty good definition of the word indolence, just sitting back, not caring. So do you guys feel like you've got a good understanding of what painstaking and indolence might mean now?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So what we're going to do now is do a little cheer to help us remember what context clues are. So I'll go through it once, and if you guys want to join in the second time through, that'd be excellent. Sound good? Okay. So it goes like this. Stop. Don't skip it. Hints and tips are right there with it. If you find yourself in doubt, turn that word inside out. Inside. What do you see? That root is familiar to me. Outside. What's around? Words I know out here abound. Okay, ready? Stop. Don't skip it. Hints and tips are right there with it. If you find yourself in doubt, turn that word inside out. Inside, what do you see? That root is familiar to me. Outside, what's around? Words I know out here abound. Nice work, you guys.